this case that we are concerned about?
Well, Judge, yes, my client, without a doubt, does kick a couple of times. Antifa is also kicking. Antifa is punching. So these are groups.
So are you claiming that there's some kind of justification for your client kicking this individual on the ground?
Stop.
That
She's talking about Jon. This is Max Hare's lawyer, and she's describing Jon. This, again, folks, you're going to end up in a court like this. If it's not a divorce or a drunk driving charge, it could be something a lot more serious. You're going to be dealing with someone who has you confused with someone else.
That individual on the ground punched or kicked your clients, and then
isn't it funny too how her thing is you can't lump them together? You can't kick that guy unless that was the exact guy that was doing the kicking, and then here she is lumping the Proud Boys together. Amateur hour at the Apollo.
Kicking that individual?
Well, Judge, with respect to my client, I think you may have my client confused with Kinsman. My client does kick.
She does.
My client is not the big, heavy individual. My client is a very light individual. My client kicks a couple of times. My client, you don't see my client kicking a lot.
Throwing a glass bottle
Antifa
of piss.
Kicking. You see Antifa. They came with
Max
plastic
was first.
Gloves. This is a brief encounter.
There.
It's 36
Look.
seconds. Where does my client kick? He
Look at that.
The
That's the
shoulder.
Antifa kicking and punching. By the way, I think that's the chick. Because you can tell the adrenaline is, she's never been in a fight before. She has her head covered. You can't tell. Look at her bouncing up and down. She tried to play male, and then Jon appears, knocks him down. And so Jon did get the right one. Jon, right now, is attacking the person who was doing the kicking just a second ago. The chick disguised as a dude. And there's Jon doing... This is why Jon's getting 4 years for these extra kicks. And how many was it? And now the fight's over. Proud Boys pulled everyone off. And can you believe this has 4 years?
What's amazing about this, too, is...
There's Jeff. He did 50 weekends at Rikers. He's barely involved.
Anytime they show it on like WB11 or any news channel, they cut the beginning off. And also, anytime you want to see this, this is where they start it. This one and another one. And it's sensitive material, and you have to click to proceed because it's graphic warning.
Well, apparently
what the fuck is graphic about this?
Are watching the same shit.
This is graphic, according to them.
I gotta do Elijah's show in a second. We'll have to cut this halfway through.
Not constitute attempted assault. His kicking someone who's on the ground, kicking them in the shoulder, isn't that attempted assault?
Sure.
Well, it may be.
I think it's cultural appropriation.
Attempted assault. It's certainly not the intent to cause serious physical injury for which he's.
So why do you kick someone? Why are you kicking someone where others are kicking that individual as well?
She's talking about Jon.
Person, are you trying to help that person up? What, with your foot? Is that what you're trying to do? Are you
You're still, wait a minute. She's still talking about Jon after Ron corrected her and said, no, that Max did the head pounding. And he didn't hurt the guy, by the way, because Max had his hands around the guy's head. So when he hit the head up to the ground, it was his knuckles that were all bloody.
By kicking them in the shoulder, that he is attempting to assist that person up off the ground? Why are you kicking if not with the intent to cause physical injury?
Who are you talking about, lady?
To that individual?
You got
this is crazy.
Wrong guy.
Does he correct her again?
Judge, do you also see in the video where
counsel?
Nay.
No, he doesn't again.
Now they scold him for not responding to her.
I'm going to stop you right, Mr. Hart. That's not how this works. When a judge of this court asks you a question...
About somebody else.
Yeah, when a judge asks you about Jon, you make it Max and then answer her.
You either answer it or say you can't answer it. You don't get to flip the question on the judge. With that being said, your time is up. And now we will hear...